Hey guys, welcome back to Shell's Life. Today, we're in the shop, but we're not doing car stuff today. Unfortunately, as much as I like to try to stay ahead of schedule and make sure parts are here, I kind of screwed myself. So we had this road here for probably 5 or 6 weeks now. This is going to be the daughter's winter beater. And, I couldn't get the doors open. I didn't even try. I assumed it was going to be a pain in the butt to get them open, so I didn't want to open it because I didn't want the water getting in if it was sitting outside. Finally get in the shop, get the door open. Actually, it was just locked. I mean, all I had to do was unlock the stupid thing. Door open. First thing I see is this big gouge right here on the inner structure. So basically, I'm going to need a rocker cut. So, I mean, I did what I could. I called everywhere I could. I mean, I got one locally. No big deal. $400, but they're not going to get to it till next week. And it was Monday at this point. So basically, this whole week is shot. I can't do anything on this car without that rocker cut. So we're shutting down the body shop today, and we're going to open up the wood shop. So we're going to try to get a head start on some winter projects here, and basically this is what we're working on today. This is one bunk of cherry lumber that has been sawn and air drying for about a year and a half now. And over here are 3 more lifts of cherry that's been air drying for well over a year and a half now. In front of that, we have a pile of maple. That's been air drying for over 2 years, and it's time to get that processed also. And unfortunately, it doesn't end there. This here is all ash. That's some, I don't remember what that is. White oak, I believe. This is all pine. These 3 bunks are all cherry. Top is pine. These bunks over here are all cherry. A little bit of maple in the middle there. So needless to say, I have a lot of lumber that I need to run through basically the process of getting it ready. I'll show you what we're going to do with it. So last winter, I processed all of this. This is all hickory and ash. And then we put it up this spring, trimmed it out. Everything is good to go. It looks pretty, right? But then you got these walls over here, and I'm not going to show the other wall, but basically the rest of the walls are going to be all done in cherry. It's all the way down. I know it sounds kind of pointless to use solid cherry lumber to do 1,700 square foot of wall space, but I'm funny that way. So anyways, today's plan, we need to get this bunk run through the planer, get it down to the correct thickness. And the goal is to get it done by about 2:30, because then daughter Cameron will be home. She's going to help me run through the table saw because that's kind of like a 2-man job anyways. The planer is technically a 2-man job, but it goes slow enough that I can run back and forth and catch it. But for the table saw, it's nice to have somebody on the other end catching it and stacking it. So basically, I got about 4 hours to get this done. I've already got everything ran through the joiner last night. So I got one straight edge on all the boards. It's just shy of an inch thick right now. We're going to take it down to 3/4. And then from there, we're just going to stack it back over in the garage and get it ready to go on the walls this spring. So we got one lift to do. We got one lift done. So yesterday, we finished this lift here. This is, I think, 50 boards ready to go. I'm still deciding if I want to run it through the shaper and turn it into tongue and groove, or just put it up as straight 1x6s. I am undecided, but first, I got weeks worth of work to do here. So let's get the planer set up, which is right here. We're going to get this set up, get it ready to go, and get running some lumber. So basically, I run one process at a time. Last night, I pulled the joiner over, set that all up, ran all the boards through, got it done. Now we're going to set the planer up. So to basically keep this as a tear down assembly, basically, I store all the tools over here on this wall normally, nice tight packed up there. And from there, I bring out this little handy dandy cart that I made, holds a dust collector. Basically, it runs off my welder cable. So basically, I run it over here, plug it in. It's basically an extension cord. And then I got 3 outlets wired up the side there, all 220. So basically, I can just bring whatever machine over I'm working on, plug it in, hook up dust collector. When I'm done with it, unhook it, take it away, put it over there, put it back away. Like I said, just runs off a 50 amp outlet. That's usually from my big welder. So that way I can just tear it down and it's not in my way because I need a bigger shop. But anyways, let's get to running some lumber. First things first, need to get the headphones powered up and get some music going. Problem with running the planer, it doesn't take much to fill up the bucket. We'll probably empty at least 3 of these today. What's up, ladies? Get in there, Speedy. Get in there, Speedy. So they'll basically spend the rest of the day digging through that pile looking for stuff. There isn't anything in there, but they don't know that. So, and we've got extra. But that's at Najar's house for his coop. So basically, with winter coming, those runs, they're going to turn into a muddy mess. Just because, no sun to dry them up. So by throwing that in there, won't be near as muddy. All right, well, we got this all ran through on one side anyways. It's down about 82 thousandths. Cleaned up pretty good. Obviously, there's a few boards that aren't going to make it, but it's all rough sawn lumber. So there's going to be a few boards that some are thicker, some are thinner. They didn't clean up real well, but it is what it is. We are going to run in and get some lunch. And then when we come back from lunch, we are going to figure out why the planer is rocking back and forth. I'm assuming there's a leg underneath of there that vibrated up. So we're going to get that figured out. And then we're going to turn around, flip these boards back over. We're going to turn the planer around the other way. We're going to run the boards back through the planer, and then we'll put them back on that rack over there, and they'll be ready to run through the table saw. So hang tight. All right, we are back from lunch. We got the camera charged, microphones charged, the ISO tunes are charged. These things are awesome. I bought these a couple years ago for using on the tractor when I'm out brush hogging, basically. They got Bluetooth. Jam it onto my phone and you get music all day. So we also solved the problem with the old rocking and rolling planer here. There's supposed to be 2 bolts underneath of there. One of them's there and it looks like this, and the other one's not there at all. But I can't lift the machine up and replace them by myself. I probably could, but it'd be stupid. I don't know, probably get like the engine hoist maybe like, what I need to do is pick it up with a tractor. That's what I need to do. I'll just put it on the forks, pick it up with the tractor, put 2 new bolts in it. But for now, we jammed 2 pieces of wood underneath there. Should be good to go. So we're going to get this thing Bluetooth into my phone, which I know where the freaking phone is. Here it is. All right, tunes are ready to go. We're going to get this set up to 3/4 inch and run it all back through again. All right, everything's planed, put away, ready to go. So now we got table saw set up. This is still set up from last night, so it's going to rip the exact same width as the first lift of wood or lift of lumber that we did. So I'm going to go in and see if I can sweet talk the daughter into coming out and help me run this so we can be done for the day. Well, thanks to Cameron's help getting everything run through the table saw, we are complete. I did straight line one edge of all the lumber. It's all cut on the sawmill at 8'6". Some of it got cut a little short. These are the ones that were not straight, so we cut them in half or shorter sections basically. We'll use them. We'll fill them in spaces. So this is everything. This is 2 bunks and 3 days worth of work basically. 90 boards, all solid cherry obviously. 8 foot long, 1x6, technically 3/4 by 5.5, but it is technically a 1x6 according to the rules of the world. So yeah, 90 boards there, plus whatever's here. I don't even know, and I'm not going to count it, but 90 boards here, 3 days worth of work, plus the sawmill time, stuff like that. But at Menards right now, 1x6, 8 foot cherry hardwood board is $48. So if you want to look at it that way, that stack is $4,300. And that's 90 boards. And I need 550. So that was 3 days worth of work for 90. I don't even know what that math comes out to. Well over a week I got left to get these processed, but we're not going to get them all done this spring. 4 of the bunks aren't quite dry yet. The moisture content was still high. I cut them this summer, so they're going to sit over the winter. We'll worry about those in the spring. But I got 3 more bunks in the garage that we're going to get done. That'll give me 300 boards, something like that. So we'll get them done, get them stacked, and they'll just sit for the winter. This spring, like I said, we put all the cars and stuff away, so everything is packed up against the walls over there. So I cannot get to the back wall to even start this project. But if I get them all machined and ready to go over the winter here, come springtime, we get everything back out of storage, I can push everything to the other side of the garage and start finishing that wall. And that'll just be one step closer to completion. This place is taken for, I don't know, what we on, year 4 right now, I think, building this place. It's never ending, but it is what it is. Anyways, that's going to wrap up this video. Next video, we'll hopefully get some parts here, and we'll get back on this Rogue and get going on that. But other than that, we're going to clean this mess up, and I think we're heading to dinner. It's been a long day, and my feet are hurting. So anyways, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. I know it's different from the car stuff we usually do, but it's always something different around here. You never know what I'm going to get into, and I got so many projects to do, and you know, some people like watching woodworking, some people don't. Some people like watching car stuff, some people don't. I get it, but it is what it is, right? Anyways, we'll see you on the next one, guys. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it.